So lovelies, just have a few moments to settle onto your mat, lying or seated, whatever you choose this morning, and just listening to your energies, whether you're a little bit depleted and whether your body needs a bit of a slower practice today. Just observe, remembering Satya, which is truth, and Ahimsa, non-harm, which comes into observing kind of how much energy we have and how much we have to give to whatever we do in our day. The wonderful thing about yoga is that if we are depleted, it restores us. But then if we are sort of overcharged, it has that ability to calm us as well. So two beautiful ways of just bringing us both back into balance. So just grounding, breathing into the body, becoming present. Noticing what you need today. And let's take a moment to just tune into the chakra centers. So root at the base of the spine. So whatever we're feeling, just looking into that energy of feeling grounded and safe and secure on the earth. And then sacral, the area of relationships and our joy. So if something has, upset or joy, just sitting with that, let the emotion flow through you. Go with the flow. Usually something better comes along to replace. So just trusting that everything happens in divine timing. Solar plexus, that energy of self-worth and our confidence, action. So if we're feeling a little bit depleted, this area, we may not want to be too active today. We may want to sort of slow down. Heart center, so checking in with emotions and feelings. And sometimes we can't always identify our feelings, but just let it flow through you. Often maybe a reason or some thoughts kind of evolve from just sitting with them. And in throat, it's always useful to have that ability to speak our feelings. It's that connection with the thought from the head, the feelings from the heart, and our ability to exchange and externalize what's going on for us. Third eye, so that intuition, and your crown, that connection to source, allowing ideas and inspiration in. So it doesn't take a moment just to reflect through all these energy centers. So return to your breath, return to the pattern of your breath, observing if it's deep or shallow. And we'll begin with our stretches. If you're not lying down, just come into a lying position and we'll begin. So on the next inhale, taking that right arm up and over and just enjoying a stretch through this side. Toes are lifted, push into the heel and just open this side of the body, lowering the hip. Reach to the fingers, create space in your waist. Point the toes, lovely stretch over the foot. And then gently exhale down. Palms up again in Shavasana. Notice just that little difference from one side to the other. And then we'll do the same on the left. Either arm over as we inhale. Flex the foot and deep stretch here. Notice if there's tension in your calf muscles. Really reaching. Point the toes. And then exhale, arm down. Feeling some space in the body now. Take a breath in between. And then finally, the third time, both arms up and over. And then just enjoy flexing, pointing the toes, flex again, work the ankles. Keeping all these joints nice and mobile. And then exhale, arms down. Have a moment, palms up in Shavasana. And notice just two or three stretches, how the body feels, a bit more invigorated. So right knee into chest now, hands around the shin. Deep breath. Exhale up. And looking between the legs. Hold the breath out. Inhale down. Other side. Lovely stretch this one. Deep breath. Exhale up. Holding that breath out. Inhale down. And both knees. Same again. Really empty out the lungs. Hold the breath out. Notice how comfortable this is. And then inhaling down. Gently rock. Side to side. Little circles. So rolling up to seated. Let's do our warm-up. Coming onto cushions. So just resting hands to chin mudra. Have a moment, root down through the tailbone. Just relax the shoulders. When you're ready, taking the chin down to the chest. Pausing here for a moment. Relax. Notice all the tension that you're holding in the back of the neck. And then taking the chin up. Lovely extension through the throat. And down again. Once more up. Just feeling this gentle movement as we lift and lower the head. And then coming to centre. Tilting head right and left. Once more either side. Noticing this stretch all down the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder to the edge of the shoulder. And then returning to centre. And then as we gaze, now twisting the head to look over the right shoulder and left. And then coming back to centre. When you're ready, just drop the chin down and finally a full rotation of the head all the way round. And the other way. And coming back. When you're ready, just extending the hands out in front of you, really stretching the fingers wide, feeling active through the palm, and then thumbs in and thumbs out. Keeping all these little joints moving and supple. And then wrists up, hands up and down. Again, observing where sensation stretches through your arms, whether you can feel that in your elbows. And then rotating. And the other way. Palms up. Just rest the shoulders, deep breath in. And then exhale. In and out. Again, tuning in just to the shoulder, to the elbows and noticing. And then bringing elbows together and we rotate the shoulders round. How does that feel? Loosening up anything that we're really holding here. Responsibilities, burdens. Does it feel heavy? And relaxing. Okay. Coming off cushions. And just doing the lower body now. Toes, stretching toes, curling. And then pointing and flexing. One over the other, rotating. And the other way. Other side. And the other way. And then bending the right knee. Let's work this knee joint. And then the hip. Nice circles. Hands on the shin. Other way. And then left side. Knee. And the hip. Other direction. Soles of the feet together. And then just rest into butterfly. Taking a few moments here just to let the knees become heavy. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Lovely for liver and kidney. And just take a few moments to really let the head rest forward. Stretch through the back and deep breaths. And then when you're ready, just lifting up. Let's come onto all fours. Just a gentle cat-cow, just to start a bit of movement in our spine. So when you're ready, on the exhale, arching up. On the inhale, belly drops, lifting head and tailbone. And just work through these two postures, noticing your breath. Try and ground the bases of your fingers and the base of the palm into the mat. Pushing the tops of your feet into the mat. And enjoying this lovely flex. What parts of your spine are you feeling in this moment? Are there some parts a little bit tender? And when you're ready, just coming back to a stillness. So we're going to just come into sort of a balancing table. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. So we're lifting, just coming into a gentle balance here. How does this feel? Do you feel wobbly? Are you having to adjust quite a bit? And lower, and then just opposite arm and leg. What side feels better? And just gently lowering. We're going to come back to the other side and then draw the elbow and knee together. So lifting the left arm and right leg, and then just draw the elbow towards your knee. We arch the back up. We'll do this 3 times. Inhale as we extend, and then exhale as we draw the body together. And then placing the arm and leg down, other side. So right arm, left leg. And drawing elbow to knee, arching up on the exhale. We'll just do 3. And noticing this balance. The hand on the mat, the top of the foot on the mat. And coming back to tabletop. Taking knees wide, just bring the body down. Buttocks back to heels. And just lowering the forehead down to the mat. Nice stretch here. Taking some deep breaths. And then let's extend the arms ahead of us. So really stretching here. Lovely stretch through the back. And then gently lifting up. And just coming back onto the heels. Let's turn the toes under into a little toe stretch here. Taking a few moments just to tune in and really observe all these little parts of our body that get so forgotten. And then we'll gently come up into standing position. So we'll begin with Tadasana. Opening into a nice mountain pose. A few deep breaths. Ground your energies. So we'll come into tree pose. Weight into the right foot and lifting the left, wherever you feel comfortable today. So either heel to ankle, foot below. And coming into tree. Let's find our balance. Whatever's been throwing us off lately, any annoyances or nuisances, let's just find balance again. Gazing at drishti or something ahead of you. And breathe in, take the arms up, out. And coming back. Lovely, release. Give legs a shake. Let's come into the other side. The beauty of yoga is that, whatever throws us off, we can be in the eye of the storm and still have some peace. So ground left foot, left leg, lifting right side. Hands to heart. Notice what adjustment you're making in your foot. Breathing into this pose, calming the mind. Let everything else go. Just being in this moment. Inhale, arms up. Exhale out. And drawing them together. And to heart. And give your legs a shake. So noticing, right side was solid for me, left side was a little bit more wobbly. So just an imbalance there, purely observing it, no judgment. And then feet about hip distance apart again. We're going to inhale, take the arms up and a lovely swan dive down. Let's stretch the body. Exhale. And just dangle like a rag doll. Take a few breaths, expand the back of the body, be present in the now. Let's connect with the inward world and the outward world. And inhale gently as you come up. Okay, let's do one of your favourites, which is Earth Sequence. I know a lot of you love this one. And it's so gentle, just to get the body moving. I love this sequence, not only just physically because it's gentle, but actually it's very calming and peaceful in the mind. And it's almost like meditation. So just shifting over to the left side of your mat. And we'll make a diamond shape. We'll just do one round. And make this practice whatever you need it to be, whether it's meditative or it's a physical thing that you're focusing on, or breath. So when we're ready, inhale up. Exhale. And just loving this slow flow. Whatever emotions are going through us, happy ones, disappointed, sad ones, let them flow through, in and out. Make space for the next feeling. And allowing this day to be just as it is, whatever comes to pass. And right foot to the side. as we do this practice, have some deep love for yourself, which is sometimes really hard to do. But a healthy appreciation for who you are, what you mean to other people, your place in this world. And we also establish a strong grounding with this practice. Our roots buried deep into the earth. Turning to your right. So whatever you need today, as you draw your hands to your heart, bring in that energy. If you need a little bit of nourishment, or if you need some uplifting feelings, feel like you already have them. And then the other side. Being in the flow. As we do this practice, can we really appreciate every part of our body that's moving? Our muscles, the bones, the cardiovascular system that moves everything around for us. Coming to the front, extending forwards. And take a moment here if you just need to hang forwards, and then when you're ready, breathe in up. And second time, extending. And last time. Bringing hands to heart center. Just take a breath or two here. Feeling the heart. And then coming back down to the mat. Let's have a moment to just purely observe. It's such a gentle practice. But let's observe how that feels. Tune into your subtle body energy. And what I mean by that is that energy that always is flowing through us. Our essence. It can be felt through the chakras, through our emotions, all connected to different glands in our body, each of the energy centers as well. So relax your feet here, relax your shoulders, soften through the neck and head, and just tune into how you're feeling. Do you feel light and bright and sprightly? Are we feeling a little bit negative or frustrated? Just observe without reading into the story. And enjoy the breath. Just taking your awareness to the whole back of your body as you breathe against the mat. And then when you're ready, let's bring our knees in. Gentle hug. Some of us might need a little hug today. How can we treat ourselves well later? Quite often we treat ourselves with, naughty food or what have you. And we're treating ourselves, but are we treating ourselves badly? Or can we treat ourselves well? So let's come up to standing again. And we're just going to work through the lovely little flow that we do with the Trikonasana and the warriors. So beginning with feet about leg length apart, coming sideways on your mat. Have that lovely length to your body as we raise the arms out to the side and rotate the whole arm over and just the wrists round so we activate the biceps. So a lovely lift of energy through the body. We know that when we slump that we've just let everything go, so activating here. And then returning hands to the hips. Let's turn the toes of the left foot inwards and the right foot turns outwards. And just swinging the hips back round so our elbows are nice in alignment with the body. Extending right arm, just coming down. Find Trikonasana. How does this feel today? This is a really lovely pose for your solar plexus energy. So if you're feeling a bit lazy and lethargic, this can boost us a little, as well as the gallbladder that runs and zigzags down the side of the body, that channel. Gazing up. Don't forget to breathe. Notice if you do hold your breath here sometimes. And then gently coming up. Let's come into Warrior Two. So just create some space between the feet. And then sinking into that front leg, bending at the knee. How does this feel? Does this make you feel a little bit more courageous in this moment? Brave, lifted, spirited. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. And then gently let's come into this lovely side lunge, the Parsvakonasana. And enjoying this pose as well as we stretch all through the side of the body. Where do you feel it? Do you feel it under where the rib cage is, or more of a stretch around the waist? Really tuning into how this pose feels. Lovely, let's come up. Forward facing feet. Clasp the elbows, let's lift and fold forward. Take an inhale and an exhale as we fold. And let's just dangle here for a moment. Hold onto your elbows so that you can sort of pull the upper arms away from the body. Release through your neck. Breathing into the back. And then drop the hands down. We'll walk the feet in. Roll up the spine and the shoulders. And let's come into the other side. Always makes me feel quite strong just doing these poses. So when we're feeling a little bit low or depleted, this really boosts our energy. So starting again, feet leg length apart, lift. Just feeling that lifts the body. Rotate everything around, hands to hips. So right foot turns in, left foot turns outwards, hips swing back round, left arm. Gently, in your own time, and feeling this as you come down, notice if it feels easier than normal or more difficult. Opening up, really having that lovely openness in your chest. Breathing deeply here, into the belly. How does this make you feel? Can you relax a little bit in the front leg? Are the knees tight? And gently coming up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. So create space between the feet so that we can come into lunge. Sink into this one. Let's feel it in our thighs. Let's feel that stretch in the top hip flexor. Engaging in the buttocks, nice strong back leg. And breathing into your belly. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. And then side lunge. Feeling strong through our legs, very grounding for root chakra and solar plexus. Lovely stretch. Wonderful. Coming up. Forward facing feet. Take a nice deep breath in, fold forward. Dangle here for a moment. Let's get that lovely stretch through the backs of our legs. Notice that openness in your back ribs. And then let's walk the hands forward. So whilst the feet are quite sort of generously apart, walk the hands forward so that we're coming into almost a wide-legged down dog. And you won't come forward necessarily too much, but only as far as when the heels want to start lifting. And feel that lovely stretch through the backs of your legs. You're getting into your bladder meridian when we come through the back of our legs and back of our body. And walking hands back. Now you can walk the feet in, heel toe again. And then rolling up. Rolling shoulders. Feeling good. Okay, coming down to the mat. So we've come forward and backwards with quite a few of these poses. Let's come into a twist. So starting in sort of staff pose. Nice lift through the spine. Bring the right foot over the left knee. And really have that opportunity to lift through your body in the spine here. Left arm hugs around the front and the right arm swings behind. Use your breath. Inhale, lift your body. Exhale, twist and look over the shoulder. Where do you feel this? Is it a really lovely deep stretch in the right buttock? Or do you find that it's sort of mid-spine, either side of the spine in the muscles there? Perhaps it's shoulders. Keep using the breath. The opportunity in the out-breath to turn into this more, only as much as you're comfortable. Listen to your body. Noticing the breath as you breathe against the thigh. Lovely. And coming round back to the front. Just take a moment to lean back into the hands without coming down onto the mat. Take a breath. Notice what you feel. And then we'll come into the other side. So left foot over right knee. Again, lovely length to your spine to start with. If you think about, we want the spine nice and tall before we sort of turn, rather than crushing it. So right arm round the front, left arm round the back. Lovely lift. Breathe in. Exhale and twist. And have a gentle flex in your front foot. How does this side feel? Do you feel it in the same place? Or is it quite different? As we breathe, can we move further into this? Maybe just millimeters. And then when you're ready, gently breathe in, return to the front. Now take a moment just in Shavasana, come down. And enjoy. Take this moment to be present. Listen to the silence between whatever you're hearing, whether it's me or other noise around you. Just tuning into the silence and the feelings within in this present moment. Noticing if even here you're still holding tension in various places. Just take a few breaths and see if you can relax. And then gently bring the knees into the chest. Have a little rock. Let's come up and stretch the legs out. A dragonfly, we call this in yin. But in Hatha, we're going to breathe in and take the arms up and gently fold forward, a gentle flex in your feet. So feeling this gorgeous stretch on the inside of the legs. So liver, kidneys and your spleen channel are really activated here, encouraging balance and flow. And again, use the breath. On the out breath, there is that opportunity to soften and surrender into this. And so as we think about the meridians that flow through our bodies, the channels of energy, consider them like rivers. That's how I like to see them sometimes. And sometimes they can be blocked by a really big boulder, or they can be on really sort of shallow ground and it's not flowing very well, or it can be really excessive and flowing. So sometimes there may be a pool of stagnant water that can come into our river. And this is all sort of ideas as how to relate to the energy flow through the body and the chakras and the channels. And just for a moment, let's take this into a yin style. Just release the feet from being flexed if they have been, and relax the head forward. Just allow the neck to stretch. If your arms are stretched in front of you, just bend at the elbows and let the arms kind of sink and become heavy closer to the body. Feel the difference in the feeling of this style of pose. Notice if you can soften the muscles in your calves. Let everything soften rather than be active. It's really lovely to try a Hatha and a yin pose in the same position. Let your head become heavier. Let the shoulders round. Release your face, all the muscles in your face. And then when you're ready, just gently coming up. Let's fold the left foot into centre. Turn towards your right leg. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, come forwards. Again, bring a little flexation into your foot so the toes are lifted. You're going to feel active through this pose, through the back of the leg. Feeling a gorgeous stretch in your left side, the waist. Again, gallbladder. Enjoying some deep breaths here. And gently walking the hands back, let's swap the feet round. So right foot into centre, left leg extended. Turn towards that left foot. Inhale, arms up. Have that lovely length through your body, coming down. Active in Hatha. So foot is gently flexed. Notice the difference here from one side to the other. Where do you feel it most? Is it the waist? Or is it through the back of the leg? Really tune into what you're feeling, all sensations. Taking another deep breath here. And then gently lifting up. Take a moment in Shavasana. Just feel what you feel from those forward folds. Maybe the first place you tune into is your lower back. How is that feeling? Draw the breath to the belly. You might feel that the back pushes into the mat. And so just to counterpose those bringing the body forward, I'd like to come into fish pose where we just take the back in the opposite direction. So while we're lying here, turn the palms downwards and lift your buttocks and bring your hands underneath each buttock. So you're sitting on your hands, on the backs of your hands. And then just start to sort of tuck the upper arms underneath the upper body so that you're almost hiding the arms from an aerial perspective. And then if you're comfortable too, we're going to bend into the elbows, breathe in, coming up, lifting the chest. Take your gaze down to your toes. And if there's issues with the neck, just stay here. But if you can, and you're comfortable too, just recline the head back. Start to open and lift the chest a little bit more. Only do this as far as you're comfortable with your lower back. If it's creating pain, please come out. Deep breaths. And then when you're ready, lift the head first to gaze at the toes and then just gently lower down. Have a moment here again to specifically observe that lower spine. Enjoying being in your body. And then draw the knees in. Let's have a little hug here. Just rolling, massaging the back and the belly. And so I'm going to give you two options for an inversion. Either you can come into shoulder stand, I know some of you like that, or you can just use a cushion and raise your legs. If you have a wall that you can bring your feet against, then you can. So either a nice raised position here, supporting under the hips. If you'd like shoulder stand, or to explore shoulder stand, bending knees, palms are face down at the side of the body. And then we swing knees in towards the forehead, bending the elbows. Arms are supporting now the lower back. And as we creep the hands up the back, lifting legs, gaze at your toes. Don't twist the head ever in this position. And then encouraging the elbows to come together. And then creeping the hands up the back. You can come into this pose. Really lift. Wonderful for throat and third eye. So choosing whichever pose you're comfortable with, either legs raised or shoulder stand. Savangasana. Deep breaths. If you want to bring your feet into plow, halasana, you can lower the feet down behind you if there's space and there's room there. And if you want to and you wish to, you can just roll the body down for a few moments and have the legs raised, whatever is comfortable. You can switch between these two poses. So nice to come into an inversion at the end of practice. Resting the heart, awareness in the mind. And then just gently lower the knees down. If you're coming out of shoulder stand, just draw the knees towards the head and gently allow the arms to support your roll down. Come into a little hugged position, just rocking. So gently now, come into relaxation. Choose whether you'd like to come to a seated posture or a lying relaxed posture. Just allow yourself this. We've got about 10 minutes, so give yourself this time. We've warmed up the body, we've moved the body, and to just bring some time for the mind and stillness is so very powerful. Sometimes we might think that we'll lie here and get bored, but that's the challenge, to let the gaps between thoughts expand. So just gently relax your body from head to toe. We know how this feels as everything just starts to soften and melt into the mat. And really trying to look for the tension that still exists as you soften, often the face, the forehead and the eyes. Just let everything soften and relax. So a little meditation, breathing in a rainbow. Relaxing in whatever position you have chosen. And link into your breath and witness for a moment your breathing. Witness your heartbeat and any vibrations within the body. Just giving yourself time to settle here. And then as we take our attention to the base of the spine, and imagine in this place a globe of coloured light. The globe of light has all of the colours of the rainbow within it. Begin to draw up the colour red, and as it begins to move up the spine, repeat to yourself, I'm drawing up strength. And as you draw up the colour red, feel strong. Take this strength right up to the crown of your head. And then as you return to the base of the spine, begin to draw up the colour orange. And as the colour orange flows up through your spine, feel a surge of joy and repeat to yourself, I am filling my life with joy. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, what we say our subconscious takes. Take this joy right up to the crown of your head. And returning to the base of the spine, beginning to draw up a lovely golden yellow. And as this golden yellow travels up through the spine, feel the energy pulsating as it fills you with this golden light, repeating to yourself, I'm filling my body with life force. And again, taking this energy right up to the crown, creating a rainbow now through your spine. Imagine your spine becoming the colours. Returning to the base and releasing the colour green. Drawing this colour up through your spine along with the other colours and allowing yourself to relax in mind and body and spirit. Repeat to yourself, I am drawing relaxation, peace and tranquility into my body. And take this all the way up to the crown of the head. Return to the base of the spine and draw up the colour violet. Feel the soft healing hand of mauve as it gently glides up your spine. And as it moves, repeat to yourself, I am healing my mind, body and spirit. Take this healing right up to the crown of the head. And now just be mindful of this globe of rainbow light, which is now at the crown of the head. Between the two rainbow globes of light, the spine is pulsating with coloured light and energy. Really try and see this within your body, this beautiful rainbow from root to crown. Take a couple of deep breaths and start to allow the colours to flow down the front of your body like a rainbow over a waterfall. And as each energy centre is touched, you release anything you no longer need to hang on to. Whether this is a relationship, a belief, a habit, a thought, any pattern that doesn't serve you anymore, try and release this. This cleansing water full of colours washes over you now, bringing strength, joy, energy, peace, relaxation and healing. So just for a few more minutes, just sitting with this rainbow around you. Allow the vibration of these colours to balance your own vibration. When you're ready, just take a few moments to draw your awareness back to the image of this rainbow all the way through you. And now and then, if you can come back to that throughout your day with the the anchoring of strength and joy, energy, peace and healing. Just connecting those feelings to these colours and the rainbow. So gently, when you're ready, just begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Take a few breaths and feel the breath in the body. And when you're ready, just hug the knees in. Take a few moments to rock and enjoy rolling on the spine. And then in your own time, just coming up to seated, and we'll chant 3 Oms together. Just keeping the quiet essence with you, hands to chin mudra, eyes are closed. 3 Oms, deep breath in. And then we draw our hands together, rub the palms, feel the warmth and heat. And then gently warming the eyes, hands over the eyes. Just blink and let the light through the hands, drawing palms together at heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.